Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a sword in Blender. Alright, so for the first step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the blade in this video, and then next video I'll make the handle. I might speed some of these parts up, I might not, we'll just have to see how it goes, because I haven't edited the video yet. Alright, let's get to it. So first what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to add an image. So what you're going to want to do is add a background image. So go to wherever you have your image stored. Now I'm going to be looking for, I believe it was Toss. I just saved it, gosh. One second, I'm going to look for your image. Now, I'm going to be using this as a reference image because I drew this up as a reference because I wanted to use this for a video sometime, and I also want to use this and try and get it into GPO because I've always thought it would be cool to get my own model in. Okay, so first of all, you're going to want to hit the Z axis. Alright, so first things first, let's add a mesh. We're going to want to add a cube. You want to click the move tool and move the cube right here. Once you've done that, click the scale tool and use it to shape it as the base of the sword. You can also use the rotate tool. Scale it a little smaller. Alright, so there we go. Now once we've done that, we want to hold Z and switch to wireframe. So once you've switched to wireframe, you also want to go up to the top left corner and switch object mode to edit mode. Alright, once you've done that, you can select these vertices and then hold shift and select these. I'm actually just going to hold them all. Pull them in. So what you can do is you can select them by grabbing them and moving them to where you want. So I'm doing this. Okay, so there we go. Once you've done that, you're going to want to select these two, Alt E, and click Extrude Faces. Then, yeah, click Extrude Faces. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to move them a little further up. My rule of thumb here is kind of just to move one side to where I want it to be. And then you can always move the other around in a little bit. So once you get that, you can move this up. I'm actually going to move this one out originally because it'll be easier later. Alright, so now we got these. Alt E, extrude faces. Now you can move these around how you like. Personally, I like to keep them a little closer because it'll be easier for shade smoothing later. So we're going to keep it like this, and then just keep doing the same thing. and keep extruding the faces because I'm trying to make a sword and we gotta add a lot of mass. Now, if it looks janky right now, that's fine because we'll be able to switch it later. Now, if you want to switch this up a little, you can just to make it look a little better. But right now, I'm going to grab the image, hold Z, and just show you guys that this is a solid thing. Okay, so soon we'll be able to bring this back to what we want to do. We'll shade it out and then we'll add edges to it. So right here you can see I'm trying to line up the edge with the edge of the drawing, and this isn't always going to be straight, so don't worry about that. But for me, I'm just trying to make it as good looking as we possibly can right now. And as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm using this to make this the sharper end, so by the end, this part, the pointy part right here, will be directly right here at the tip of the sword. Man, I can't remember how many times I've had to redo this sword model in the past just because I didn't get it right the first time, and it was really annoying because sometimes I'd get it just perfect how I liked it and then it wouldn't save right. So always make backups of the files as soon as you make them. You can see I'm kind of working this over here, and just like I said earlier, we're going to make this the point. As you can see, I'm just kind of straightening this out to how I want to be. If you look at that, we have our shape of our sword already. Alright, so let's bring it back to a solid model. Okay, so now that we have this, we are actually going to want to do one more thing. So let's switch back to object mode. We can grab our object and scale it with the blue one. do a general width of a sword. So I think that looks good. Let's maybe, because this is how big the back of the sword part is going to be. The butt, I guess. Alright, so let's bring it back up into the view from the Z-axis. So we're going to go to the very top. And what we're going to want to do is we're going to hold Z, go back to wireframe, and then you can see we're still here. So stay in this part. What we're going to want to do is go to edit mode again so we can see all these little parts. And what you want to do is hold shift, just select all of, oops. Just select all these ones on the edge that you want to make sharper. Alright, so now that you've done that, you can come down here and we're going to grab our scale tool and just go like that. And look at that, it's already sharper. Now, personally, I like to scroll in a little more and then go back and then take it off a wireframe and then put it in a solid because we already have our vertices selected. We're just gonna go until we can't see them anymore. There we go. Now that blade's a super fine and sharp tip. Alright, so personally, I don't really like this right here, so what I want to do is, I think I'm going to take this and make it come back here a little more. So, wireframe, view it from up here. We're going to grab our move tool. And then once we've done that, we can bring it back to a solid. And we have our base of the sword. So next, in our next video, we'll cover the handle. Then we'll cover the tusks. And then I'm going to learn how to do texturing. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, that pretty much concludes the video for us today. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.